Welcome to this sacred space, to this special day where we will celebrate Dia de los Muertos and All Saints' Day here at Freedom Church of the Poor. My name is Minister Ana Lara Lopez. It is my joy, truly, to be with each of you this evening. I am honored to be holding this liminal time with you all and with our collective ancestors. This is a sacred space where you will be invited to call in the ancestors into our midst, to welcome them into this space, and to be grounded in how we carry on their legacy today and together. In the heart of movements for change, where battles for justice and equity are waged daily, rituals of remembrance have emerged as powerful acts of resistance. In a society that denies the unnecessary deaths that occur as a result of violent economic and political systems that justify the death of poor and dispossessed people, reclaiming and practicing these rituals becomes vital for our collective survival. The Freedom Church of the Poor tradition rejects a death-dealing and death-denying culture, offering communal practices like this one that lift up the memory of our fallen fighters and loved ones who have died too soon. These rituals not only honor the past, but also sustain the spirit of those fighting in the present, right now, right here, affirming life and the significance of each individual. Rituals like Dia de los Muertos and All Saints' Day are times to remember our ancestors, to hold them in love, to recall their life, their struggle, their legacy. This practices nourishes our interconnectedness, helping us to continue the fight. We acknowledge in this space the long history of gathering to remember the deceased. We know how tonight's ritual is interconnected with the New Testament references to meals of remembrance, such as Jesus' Last Supper, which were gatherings of the poor and dispossessed. These acts of remembrance weren't just spiritual in nature, but were gatherings to remember those among them who had died at the hands of empire, most of them too poor to afford a proper burial. These gatherings were projects of survivor and mutual aid, harking back to the Hebrew Bible and the story of the Exodus and manna in the wilderness. When Jesus asked his disciples to drink and eat in remembrance of him, this was a ritual to remember the poor. The early church continued to remember, and this Freedom Church of the Poor community continues to remember today. We have this amazing leader, Leonardo Vilchis, co-founder and co-director of Unión de Vecinos, who has emphasized how Dia de los Muertos is a liminal time when the dead and the living come together and something new can be born. The horrific times we are living through, paired with rituals such as this, offer us the opportunity to recognize that the way things are is not the way things ought to be. As people awaken to societal contradictions, there is potential for transformation. And so, as the community gather to remember here those who have left us in life, we are reminded that this time is a time to remember everyone that the system has excluded: the sick, the poor, the working class, the peasant, and the immigrant. This time of remembrance is also a time to commit to building a world where everyone has life, where everybody has a place, and where everybody has what they need. Rituals of remembrance like this are not just about honoring the dead. They're about healing the living and maintaining a connection across generations. And so by incorporating rituals like Dia de los Muertos and All Saints' Day into movements for change, communities can foster a sense of continuity, of purpose, and of resistance. These practices remind us that our fight for justice and equity is part of a larger ongoing story, one that honors the past, empowers the present, and inspires the future. So as we develop and create and hold the space of remembrance, we connect with the stories of those who fought for justice. We weave a tapestry of memory and hope that sustains us in our struggles today. So we will embrace this ritual. We will honor their legacy of all who came before us, and it will strengthen our resolve to continue their work, ensuring that their memories and values live on through us.